This could have been an amazing shot. Sadly, I don't have my camera with me because I'm just out for a walk and didn't fit into my pockets. Since I'm doing street photography, I had many moments like this, and it always felt like the missed opportunity. Back in November 2022, I realized that my camera was just too big for my approach on street photography, which is always have a camera with me when being outside. Plus, taking photos with the Canon ESR wasn't that fun for me anymore at that time. So I did what many unsatisfied photographers do and searched the web for new gear. Of course, gear doesn't help you getting a better photographer, that's for sure. But at that point I felt so disconnected from my own camera that it didn't make any sense for me to go on and try again and again and again. I knew what I needed was a new way of taking photos. It had to be more fun and it had to be super small. After weeks of searching for a camera with the perfect mix of functions packed into a tiny little body, I've decided to buy myself the Panasonic LUMIX TZ96. This compact beast has a 30 times optical zoom with an equivalent focal length of 24 to 720 mm, which is insane for the size of this camera. With this enormous zoom range, you can frame almost anything with the TZ96, regardless of the distance. Just keep in mind that zooming in and out may take a short time, since the zoom isn't that fast. This incredible zoom range lets me frame a shot easily before taking a photo, which comes in handy when there's only a glimpse of a moment for capturing the perfect shot. The TZ96 is a compact camera, means the body is pretty small. This way it fits perfectly into every single pocket I have, so I can carry it with me 24/7, and this makes me prepared for every occasion. The body of this camera is built sturdy and fits nicely in the hand, almost like a perfectly sized brick. There are no parts that really stick out of the cuboid shape, which makes it easy to quickly pull it out of the pocket and take a shot. When it comes to buttons and control wheels on cameras, it's important to me to have the possibility to customize. This is what makes just an ordinary camera my own camera. This wheel, for example, controls shutter speed and aperture. Because of its size, it's highly accessible, so I assigned it these important functions. With this up button here, I can quickly switch between shutter speed and aperture while shooting in manual. Another good example is this button right here, which I assigned to toggle the black and white mode for the live view on and off. This helps me get a better feeling for contrast and movement while still taking colored images, using the full power of the small sensor. Speaking of which, the sensor of the TZ96 is its biggest flaw in my opinion. Practically everything higher than ISO 400 is pretty much unusable, due to all the noise created by the small sensor. I know that a small sensor is needed to provide such a big zoom range and such a small body, but maybe less megapixels could have helped a little with all the noise. This makes the TZ96 pretty unusable in dark places, until you get the built-in flash to work. So, is the Panasonic LUMIX TZ96 the perfect camera for street photographers? No, but it was love at first sight for me and brought me back to street photography after... You see, what matters about gear isn't the brand or price or what it's designed for. I'm pretty sure I would hate to use the Ricoh GR3 Street Edition, but for many of you it works out fine. What I want to say is that before buying new gear, you should first define what you actually need and what makes the most fun, because fun is what makes you stick with it. For me it's fun to choose my focal length without changing the lens, and having such a small camera with me 24/7 makes that fun accessible everywhere. Sometimes size matters. The TZ96 showed me how I do street photography. If you're still looking for your own way of street photography, I hope this video helped you with the journey. Thank you for your time, and now go outside and do some photography by your own. It's still the only way to get better. Bye! Muss reichen.